Although CBS's Ghosts is a classic blend of supernatural horror tropes and hangout sitcom vibes, What We Do in the Shadows nailed the same mix only a few years earlier. The ghosts of CBS's Ghosts ensure that, although the show is full of paranormal story elements, the series could not be less scary. Thor, Sass, Isaac, Hetty, Alberta, Flower, Pete, and Trevor might be the sweetest ghost seen on screen since Casper, meaning Ghosts is more concerned with setting up punchlines than jump scares. Although Ghosts has its problems, the sitcom's unique choice to blend a traditional supernatural horror premise with a hangout sitcom was an inspired one. What We Do in the Shadows is a perfect follow-up to CBS's Ghosts. Both shows are supernatural hangout sitcoms. What We Do in the Shadows. However, Ghosts is not the first show to pull off this twist. In 2019, the original British sitcom of the same name featured many similar characters and an identical premise of a woman gaining the ability to see and hear ghosts after inheriting an ancestral family home and suffering a near-death experience. There is also another supernatural hangout sitcom that fans of Ghosts will love, along with most critics, judging by the show's stellar Rotten Tomatoes rating. What We Do in the Shadows also started in 2019, and the show follows the vampires Nanda, Laszlo, Nadia, and Colin Robinson as they uneasily coexist in their Staten Island home based on the 2014 New Zealand comedy of the same name directed by Taika Waititi. What We Do in the Shadows is a hilarious parody of horror movie tropes that doubles as a heartwarming hangout show. Like Friends, How I Met Your Mother, or The Big Bang Theory, the main appeal of the series comes from the chemistry between its mismatched friends. Ghost Season 5 could make the CBS sitcom even more like What We Do in the Shadows. The next outing promises demons and a mummy. Rose McIver's Sam Smiles in Ghost Season 4 finale. Of course, like Ghosts, What We Do in the Shadows also mines a lot of humor from the supernatural elements of its premise. Expect plenty of blackly comedic gags about death as well as some slapstick violence as the vampires try to handle their thirst for blood and their surprisingly mundane eternal life. Although What We Do in the Shadows wrapped up in 2024, Ghost Season 5's biggest story tease is great news for fans of the series. The showrunners hinted that Season 5 would include an appearance by a mummy, while Season 4's finale already introduced a demon to the cast. What We Do in the Shadows boasted a diverse array of supernatural beings in its fictional reality, and the CBS sitcom is seemingly following suit with these changes. This welcome Ghost Season 5 switch-up means the show could be more like What We Do in the Shadows than ever when it returns.